Good morning, all are you. Welcome to our college, Sharad Institute of Technology, Polytechnic, Edra, Department of Information Technology. Today we'll start 44th lecture on course that is subject data structure using C. Here vision mission of department. Departmental vision statement is that to excel in information technology engineering education to produce professionally competent engineers with lifelong learning attitude for the accomplishment of ever-growing needs of society and industry. Departmental mission in their three statements are there. First, to provide quality education through effective teaching learning methodologies with simulating environment for preparing technical and professional competent engineering. Second, to build up professional skills in students that will help them to succeed and progress in their personal and professional career. Third, to embed professional ethics and social responsibilities in students for society and environment. Course outcome: after the completion of unit number 4, you achieve which CO, that is fourth CO, implement basic operations on linked list. Here syllabus for course, their total 5 units are there and their marks allocation. In their syllabus of unit number 4. Now we start the next new point, operations on circular linked list. In the previous lecture we studied operations on singly linked list, after that operations on doubly linked list. Now next point, operations on circular linked list. It is the types of linked list: singly linked list, doubly linked list, after that circular linked list. But in your syllabus only for singly linked list are there in details operations, that's all. But the points are taken types of linked list, so in case ask the question, so that's why you prepare it. So understand only for what is mean by actually circular linked list, what is mean by doubly linked list. Like maximum question is asked to theory points only for on that circular linked list, and this circular linked list, this program is also added in your practical also, so prepare it. In this under point, on today's lecture we conduct creating node in circular linked list. After inserting node in a circular linked list, inserting node in circular linked list in under 3 ways, 3 possibilities are there: at beginning, at end, and in a intermediate, means in the middle. Operations on circular linked list. Circular linked list is a sequence of elements in which every element has link to its next element in the sequence, and the last element has a link to the first element in the sequence. Means what? In that said that in a circular linked list, sequence of elements in which every elements are linked to the next element in a sequentially, but last elements has the link to the first element in the sequence. It is said as the circular completed. So it is name as given circular linked list. Next one, circular linked list can be either of the 2 types, namely singly linked circular list and doubly linked circular list. And there are again 2 types, singly and doubly. A singly linked circular list means the last node points to the first node and there is only one link between the nodes of the linked list, as shown in below figure, that represent of singly linked circular list. In that the singly linked circular list, in that 10, 20, 30, 40 elements are there, that are the last elements, 40 is the connected with the first. In that said as the only one link between that node, so it is said as the singly linked circular list. Again next point, a doubly linked circular list means the last node points to the first node and there are 2 links, one for pointing to the preceding node another for pointing to the next node. Okay, precedence means the immediately before node. Okay. After that, between the nodes of the linked list. Means in short, in that doubly linked list, two links are there. One is the next and another is the previous, that are shown in a below figure. Structure of the doubly linked circular list. The 10, 20, 30, 40, that 40 will be connected with the first, and there also next and previous, both are connected with first element. In both singly and doubly, next point, in both singly and doubly linked circular list, there can be more than one data field, but in the above diagram only one data field is used. Okay, means what? In that set as the in that circular list, in a circular linked list, in that we want to add the more than one data field, it is possible it, but in that only for shown the only one data field. It is possible more than data fields are possibility in a circular linked list. Next point, operations on circular linked list. The structure required for circular singly linked list is shown in below figure. Struct node, info and link. Okay, and this the last is the structure variable. Here info is the field which we hold the data. Link pointers will store the address of the next successive node, means next node. Okay, you note that. Rather than using here start pointer, we use here last pointer. Okay, means rather than, apart from this start pointer, we use which pointer? Last pointer, which holds the address of the last node in the list. The last arrow link stores the address of the first node, means starting node. When circular linked list is empty, last point to null. Okay, when the circular linked list is empty, means last point to the null. When one first node we will be get inserted, then last will points to that node. When there is where there is two nodes in the list, then last will points to second node in the list. Means what? First node when we inserted on that list, that is connected to the last pointers to the node, and when there is two nodes in the list, then last will points to that second node. Creating node in a circular linked list. First, check the status of last pointer. Okay. If it is null, means we are inserting first node in the list, because to last pointer to you insert the elements in a circular linked list, and the new node temp we will be the last node in the list as shown in figure. That last null is the last 10 is connected with, because it is in that only one node are present. The C code is given below. Create function, structure node temp, set the pointer variable, temporary variable taken, enter the element which elements are entered by user that are inputted in a data variable. After that, memory allocation is done at runtime. After that, that data is assigned to that temporary info field, and in that check if last is equal to null, means directly that temp is assigned to that last, and last is initialization as the temp link. This last is equal to 0 means in that list will be empty, so that are connected with the last node, last pointer, and that temp as considered as the last pointer. Next point, inserting nodes in circular linked list. In under 3 points are there, 3 tasks, 3 possibilities, 3 scenarios are there. Inserting a node at the beginning, before inserting, after inserting. That diagram is showing that. Okay, let temp is the node which we want to insert at beginning of list. Store the address of the first node, that is last arrow link is the temp link, and update first node as the last arrow of link as shown in below figure. Means in that set as the when we add the element, okay, then we want to insert the element at the beginning. That time temp variables are taken for temporary purpose. Store the address of that first node. This means in that circular linked list, last node is considered as the first node, so that at that time that last link in the temp list, that temp list is connected with, and update the first node as the last link, means the next node is considered that, and so that is the assign that last node. This in a C code, struct node temp is a pointer variable. Value will be inserted through data variable. Malloc function is done, means at the runtime memory allocation is done. After that, which data will be inserted, that are be stored in a temp info. Then that last link, okay, is the last link is connected to that, which it is a temp, okay, that is the connected with the, it is not connected with the temp, in that temp means in there, this is the connected with the temp link, okay. After that, temp is assigned to that last link, okay, means it's a last link is connected as a temp, means that desired appropriate link will be created and that are attached or that are inserted, and display function will be called. Inserting a node at the end. Let temp is the node which we want to insert at the end of the list. Means every time we take as a temporary variable, and also memory allocation is done because it is a dynamic linked list. Means what? To dynamically means at a runtime you will memory allocation done it. Now store the address first node, means what? That last of arrow link in the temporary link, it means what? Store the address of that node in the temporary link. If we are inserting node is already filled list, then change the pointers as shown in below figure. Means that the first is the 10 and 15 numbers are there, we want to insert the 20 as a considered as the temp, means in that last that address are connected to that temporary link field, and change the pointer name, means it's the last. That next when we insert in the last node, that time change the last pointer as this like. C code is given below. Struct node temp variable, pointer variable taken, enter element, data will be stored in a data variable. Malloc function is called, means memory allocation is done at the runtime. Again data fields are stored in a temp of info. Okay, temporary value stored. The last not is equal to none condition is true. Then that last link are assigned to that temp link, and that is temp is connected with that last top link, and that temp is considered as a last because these are the temp is the last element of that list. So inserting a new node, next point, third, inserting a new node after a position. To insert a node after a specific position, first travel the list up to that point. Clear? Means what you inserting the node at a particular position is obviously these are travels from first to up to that when we found that position. And let Q is the node after the new node as a temp. When we found that position, that next is considered as new node as a temp will be inserted it. After that the Q pointer and change the pointers as shown in that figure. This slide. This is the 5, 10, 20. Okay. So in that 15 will be inserted. This like figure. Diagram. Coding. C code for given below. Struct node. Temp and Q is the pointer taken. Enter the data which you want to data will be inserted, that are inserted through data variable. After that enter position after which elements to be inserted, that will be stored in a position variable. After that temp is equal to malloc size means what in that memory allocation is done at the runtime. After that which data are entered to by user, that will be assigned in a temp variable, means in a temp in under info field. After that when taken a variable I, because we move the node one location to another location for traveling purpose. After that last link is assigned to that Q, okay, because Q is moving on that list in that positions, means what that pointers, not a pointer, positions are entered by the user. That purpose for loop is taken. Condition will be at position -1 I less than position -1. After that condition is executed. When condition is true, that time that Q of link is initialization as a Q pointer. Okay. After that last link is equal to Q, means what in that message will be displayed there are less than the percent elements, because our aim is that insert in a middle element, and it is a Q is the last element, means how to insert that. So in that display that less than element and return it. After that Q of link is that two next elements as assigned to that temp link, and that temp is assigned that Q of link is connect with each other. Okay, and that if that Q is equal to last. Okay, for example that Q is the last, means what that temp is assigned to that last and display function will be called. Okay, summary on today's lecture. Next operations are learned on today's lecture. Which operations on circular linked list in under which operations are taken? Creating a node in a circular linked list. Second, inserting a node in a circular linked list in under. Three possibilities are there: at insert a node at beginning, at end, and at a specific location. Here more for you. Continue the assignment number 4. for that. Okay, here stop on today's lecture. In these points any arise, then contact with me. Thank you.